Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the objective type questions from the topic microstrip antenna and slot antenna. Okay, so already I posted the 10 videos for the first unit and second unit. So this is also a second unit topic, microstrip and slot antenna. So we'll see the question. The first one, which antennas are renowned as patch antenna, especially adopted for spacecraft application? So which antenna is used for the spacecraft application? Aperture antenna, microstrip, array, and lens antenna. So the microstrip antenna. So because of the very less weight, uh, small in size, this microstrip antenna is used in the spacecraft application. Okay. Then the next one, the microstrip antenna was first introduced by Dash. Okay. Marconi, Hertz, Munchen, and Cassegrain. So the Robert E. Munchen is invented the microstrip antenna. Okay, the next one, the patch antennas or the antennas of small size and are made of dash. The patch antennas are the antennas of small size and made of strip line, microstrip line, coaxial cable, rectangular waveguide. The microstrip line. Then the next one, the widely used shape for the patch antenna is dash. So in patch antenna, there are different shapes are available: rectangular, circular, elliptical, parabolic. But the most widely used shape is said to be the rectangular patch antenna. Then the next one, the efficiency of the microstrip antenna is dash. So it's a low. Okay, the efficiency of the microstrip antenna is, it is an inefficient thing. So the efficiency is very low. The next one, the antennas which offer high operational bandwidth and antenna parameters are maintained over a wide range of frequency are called dash. Okay, wideband antenna. So the antenna, it offers the high operational bandwidth. Okay, the bandwidth is very high and the antenna parameters are maintained for that wide range. So it is called as a wideband antennas. The high directivity required in radar communication is satisfied using this type of antenna. So high directivity is a main thing in radar communication. So in that radar communication, which type of antenna we are using? Wideband antenna, antenna array, slot antenna, patch antenna. So the antenna array. So in order to increase the directivity, so we may connect the similar antennas in some array format, that is said to be the antenna arrays. Okay, so the higher directivity. So why we are using this antenna array in radar communication means, so the higher directivity is the requirement in point-to-point communication. So the higher directivity is achieved by increasing the size of the antenna in terms of electrical length. So that's why in order to provide the high directivity, we are using the antenna array. Okay. The next one, patch antennas or dash. So patch antennas are very compact. Okay, patch antennas are very small in size and it's a very compact. Then the patch antennas are made up of dielectric material. It says or no. Okay, the patch antennas are made up of, it's not made up of dielectric material. It is made with, that is it, the construction of the patch antenna. So that is we are fabricating above the dielectric material. The next one, for producing the circular polarized waves, the shape of the patch antenna is dash. Okay, for producing circularly polarized wave, which shape of patch antenna we have to use? Rectangular, circular, elliptical, and parabolic. Circular. So in order to produce the circular polarized wave, the shape of the patch antenna, it should be circular in nature. Okay. Then what are the advantages of microstrip antenna? Small size, less weight, low cost, all of the above. So all of the above is the answer. So the greatest advantage of the microstrip antenna is that it's a very small size, less in weight and low cost. Okay. Then the microstrip antennas are used for the frequency range above 100 megahertz. Okay, so this antenna, it is used for the range above 100 megahertz. And the bandwidth of the microstrip antenna, it is small. Okay, the bandwidth of microstrip antenna, it is small. Then in microstrip antennas, the beam width can be increased by dash the thickness of the strip. So if you want to increase the beam width, okay, beam width of microstrip antenna, the thickness of the strip may be increasing, decreasing, both A and B, none of the above. We have to increase. By increasing the thickness of the microstrip, we may increase the beam width. Then the next one, if the reactive component is added in microstrip antenna, the bandwidth is increased. Okay, in microstrip, if the reactive component is added, the bandwidth is increased. The statement is true or false. So it's a true only. Then the next one, slot antenna. So a slot antenna can be excited by a waveguide. Yes, it's a correct only. The slot antenna, we may excited by waveguide or energized cavity or a coax transmission line. Okay, so using this one, we can excite. So a slot antenna can be excited by the energized cavity. Okay, it is also correct. Then a slot antenna can be excited by transmission line. It's also correct. So a slot antenna can be excited by transmission line or waveguide and so on. Okay. Then the next one, for slot in a conducting sheet, there exists a complementary dipole. Okay. So for a slot in a conducting sheet, there exists a complementary dipole. Yes. Okay. Then slot of small length to width ratio increases the bandwidth. So in slot antenna, the small width to small length to width ratio, it increases the bandwidth. Okay, so it is also correct. So depending upon the this length to width ratio, the bandwidth is depending. Okay, then the horizontal slot produces vertically polarized radiation field. It's also true. So in slot antenna, the horizontal slot antenna produces the vertically polarized waves. Yeah, the vertical antenna produces the horizontally polarized waves. Okay, then the next one, if the impedance of the dipole is inductive, the slot impedance is capacitive. So for one dipole, the impedance is inductive means, so the corresponding slot antenna is having the impedance is capacitive. It is correct. Okay. Similarly, if the impedance of the slot is capacitive, the impedance of the complementary dipole is inductive. It is also correct. Opposite in nature. Then from slot antenna in a conducting plane, its complementary dipole is formed by interchanging air and metallic region in the slot. Okay, it's a correct. So in slot and complementary dipole, if the slot is having the metallic region means the complementary dipole is having the air. If the slot is having the empty means the complementary dipole is having the metallic region. So it is a correct only. Then the slot gain is increased by array slot. Okay, so if you want to increase the gain of that particular slot antenna, so we may increase the array slot. That is array of a slot antenna we may connect. It is also true. Okay, then array of slot is used in dash. The array of slot is used in aircraft. In aircraft, we are using, instead of using one single slot, we may use the array of slots. Okay. Then the radiation pattern of annular slot antenna is dash. The radiation pattern of annular slot antenna, it is a very narrow beam. Okay, very narrow beam width. And then the next one, in slot antenna, there's a important two more problem is there. So you see, the terminal impedance of dipole is 710 ohms. Okay, the impedance of dipole antenna is 710 ohms. Find the terminal impedance of the slot antenna given the intrinsic impedance of the air is 377 ohms. Okay, so here, so already you know the relation between the terminal impedance of the dipole, terminal impedance of the slot antenna and intrinsic impedance. So what is the relation between these three things means? So you see, that is the product of ZS into ZD, where ZS is the impedance of slot antenna, ZD is the impedance of dipole antenna. So the product ZS, ZT is equal to eta naught squared divided by 4. So where this eta naught is said to be the intrinsic impedance. So from that equation, so here ZD is given, eta naught is given. So from that our aim is to find out ZS, the terminal impedance of the slot. So the terminal impedance of the slot ZS is equal to eta naught squared by 4 into ZT. So you just substitute. So eta naught is 377 squared divided by 4 into 710. So if you are solving, we will get the answer as 50. So the 50 ohms is the answer. Okay, so using this question, sometime they may give that is this one. Okay, the dipole impedance of slot antenna given. We have to find out the terminal impedance of the dipole also. Okay, so this is the relation. Then the next one, the notch antenna are used in aircraft. Yes, it is also correct. Notch antenna, it's also a one type of antenna. The notch antenna are used in edges of wing surface of aircraft. This notch antenna is used in the edges of wing surface of the aircraft. Yes, it is correct. Then the notch antenna, it's a wideband antenna. Yes, it's a wideband antenna. Then the purpose of dielectric filling of notch is dash. The purpose of the dielectric filling of notch is to eliminate the aerodynamic drag in aircraft. So this is the purpose of that dielectric filling of the notch. These are all the some of the questions about the microstrip antenna and slot antenna. So we will see in the next video, we will discuss about the third unit questions, antenna array questions. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel, and please subscribe my channel for more videos, and share this video to your friends also. Thank you.